Hey Libra, sorry I have been gone for so long. I needed to do an 86-page overview of a murder investigation because evidence was fudged with by the people I suspected of being involved, and they let me know it, partly because I confronted them, but a lot of content was deleted, removed, hidden, and so I went, and that which just gave me further proof. And the concerned parties, the victims, mom, I had been promising a document, and so I had to go off and get that done, and 86 pages takes a while. It's a lot of dot connecting. And then I'm also I've been working on for about 6-7 months an astrology workbook journal, a 13-month workbook for your birth chart. 13 months, 350 pages. And I was keeping steady at it, planning to publish it a couple of months ago, but guides shoved a bunch of last-minute stuff my way, which it all needed to go in, and they knew that when they were going to do it, so is it really last minute? I don't know. But anyway, I needed to be in that bubble. It was too hard to... I do like face-to-face readings and stuff for people that are in my life, but other than that, I stayed away from the cards, except that at the same time as all of that, the person I've known longest in my life outside my family, Leo was going through a really rough time, and it's all in the readings, and I just wasn't thinking that she would necessarily be one of them, but there was a situation involving death card, and it was really a death. She was brought back. She was brought back against her will, but we are stepping into who she truly is. She was very much under fire for being High Priestess, and it's time to transition into owning it and being the good guy. She always was the good guy, but she was isolated by people that are closest that don't jive with that. So most of my oracle cards went to her, spirit gift, and I will either get mine back and replace those I gave her with new ones or whatever. But she is amazing and powerful, and it's going to be a thrill to probably partner up with her sometimes on this stuff. She can make things explode when she meditates. Okay, so Libra, that's where I've been. Here I am. How are you? I have had these two major Arcana decks arrive from Spain, from a shop on Etsy called Ibiza Tarot. I will put the link in. Carmen owns it. She's very lovely. Let's say that this one, the Ohara Koson, and forgive me for mispronouncing it, but he was a printmaker artist, and they have taken 22 of his prints and turned them into tarot cards. I don't know who to thank for the artwork in the ancient India tarot. I do believe that the messages are sort of divined from Bhagavad Gita messages. I do have a copy of that, but I can't tell you for sure. I have a copy of the Bhagavad Gita, but I am not studied enough in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 cards from here as oracle cards, and we'll do Tatu Tarot a bit, and then we'll take 3 cards from the India Tarot. And these like to be split. Not fly. So Libra, where are we at? The colors are soft. I think I've done the best I can for the lighting, but they are beautiful. I would like to punch them up a bit, but the Lovers, Libra. Okay, juxtapose that with your Justice energy, your contract energy, prenuptial Venus. I shouldn't say nuptial, I should say nuptial. It will benefit you to remember that opposites are two sides of the same coin. There is not one without the other. Well, well, Libra, you know this extremely well. And that's why I find the Librans in my life. My son is a Libra with Virgo sun. His father's a Libra with Libra sun. He sued me 4 times. One of my clients is a Libra, double Libra, Libra aura and Libra sun. You'll need to know how I combine sidereal with tropical to make sense of what I'm saying there. But because the sun's 24 degrees behind tropical placements. So that's why sidereal matters, because if you have an app in your phone that can watch the sky and the stars, it'll show you that the sun is 24 degrees behind what the tropical chart tells you. So lovers, benefits you to remember that opposites are two sides of the same coin. There's not one without the other. But there's that edge of the coin, and you like the edge. You like the circumference of the coin because it's like the judicial place to be, right? But you are one side of the coin. You are one side. There's that subjectivity of being one of the sides and having to be that side and not just the rim, shall we say. Rimming. Okay, sorry. Justice. Oh, right. Okay. And if I had glasses, I would have looked ahead and seen you coming. When all is said and done, you will receive the outcome that you truly deserve. Your moral character will be justified. So maintain integrity and strive to balance yourself. So this is the difficulty. If you like being on the circumference and the fence of the coin, but you have to allow that you are one side of the coin in this situation, then you lose your sense of balance was being on the circumference, keeping yourself outside of it. So the balance of being one side of it is that you can't tip the coin. Which way is the coin's going to hover vertically, to be fair, so that one's not on top, one's not under. And then you're like, yeah, but who's on the circumference then? Who's deciding? Who's judging? There is no judging. Not in this situation. There's just being. Damn. The Hermit. I don't know if that's the answer, but when you become aware of your true road, there will be nothing to stand in your way. I think there might be some opposition from the asshats. I'll say that. We know that. Life has challenged you. But in terms of you won't, many things will fall away. And the confusion will fall away, best of all. There might be an issue of re-identifying yourself, and that can be extremely painful and difficult at times, depending on how long it's been delayed, avoided, feared. Life has challenged you, but you are prepared to make the best of the future. So when you become aware of your true road, there will be nothing to stand in your way, especially once you kick it out of the way. Okay, well, let's see what Tarot... Well, we're already in Tarot, but let's see what... Jeez. Okay, so High Priestess is Empress in reverse. Manifesting. Stuck. It's not time for something to manifest. There are other meanings, possible meanings to this card. There's mother, of course, mother energy here. So has there been, there's the possibility of loss of a child, loss of a mother. To me, my primary, the way I get into conversations, because I'm not talking with your energy, I'm talking with my God and guides, or gods and guides. The jury's out at this point on some things, because my awareness is to the extent that it's like it's a really big universe. I'd say Kali for now, for sure. I come from a Christian background. I still love Jesus. The astrologers still back up that. But I mean, I realize there's a lot of let's just not even. Let's not. I'll spare you right now. Okay. But for me, this is High Priestess eyes. So Venusian energy. So that prenuptial energy of she knows what she wants and needs. And she knows it needs to be negotiated. Right? And so this is the flip. She's one side of that coin. And we have 8 of Cups in reverse. Not leaving. It's not time for something. Now, this is also psychic guidance. So the guides are saying don't go. Back to the 7 of Cups, which is the transformation, which is stepping into your path, your spiritual guided path. Others will say it's clouded thinking, but it's Scorpio, and I'm Scorpio rising, and I understand that it means that for me, 7s are transformation, because in order to get to the 8, 9, 10, you have to become a new creature. You have to become your full creature. And in the Cups energy, that has everything to do with being guided. It has everything to do with being connected to the other side, or shall we say other side, to this, you know, to where your guides are. So you need to stay to do that. It's part of this being subjective, being at the mercy of. And the camera shut off. Let's just see how long we last. But the timing is off for something coming back together. It's therefore the Hermit energy. Because you need to work on, because you're working on yourself in this, for the sake of the Lovers. Anything else? Yeah, okay. That did flying out, and it's flying out in the reverse, which for me is, I always love turning this card around because it's the Hanged Man, and it's about having a forced change of perspective. In this position, I find him in his full magician, because we're talking Neptune, we're talking 12th house, we're talking what you do in the world, right? Your free will or your soul contract. What's the, you know, come on Pisces, come on Neptune, what's the big thing? You guys are the, well, I realize I'm talking to Libra, right? But you in this energy, check your Pisces, Neptune, 12th house placements as well. We've got Saturn energy here. Boundaries, fears, but calculated risks. Calculated risks. So before you're ready to risk, yes, this transformation, the awareness, the transformation needs to be there. And he's in full magician pose here because he's standing on one foot in the air. And of course we've got the number 4 there of stability. Something else. I know it's there for another reason. But I see this as goalposts as well. The arch become the arch of opportunity. This tree as an arch. Less a tree, more an arch. It's typically the tree of life, isn't it? But I see this as goalposts and crossing, you know, like winning. And the halo of enlightenment, right? So you got 3 major arcana there in this part of the spread, saying, and then in the timing though, in the immediate, yes, don't go, don't go. So let's just see, Libra, what our India deck wants to say to close it out. Right. The Fool. Time to be reconnected to the innocence of nature and birth. New beginnings. That's an interesting contrast. That explains this Empress in reverse as well. Because she would be completely connected to nature. Birth. She's pregnant. New beginnings. We need her in the upright. Yes. So there's something about connecting with divine feminine then. Not the divine feminine as in twin flame energy or soulmate energy, but actual Mother Earth. Death. What is it time to release? Right? And that therefore the judgment, the rebirth, the reconnection, the reconciliation is in reverse, because first we have to go through. Is it anger, pride, or ego? Is it attachment, suffering, and pain? Be free, burn the rest in the pyre. This is, yeah, I don't know how easy you're going to be feeling this energy, Libra, because if it were me, I'd be like, there's, right up until the point of acceptance, there's so much that has to come to the front first, and it's so harsh. It's so harsh. Especially the more and more aware I am, because the smarter you are, the harder, you know, the layers to it. There's so many layers. It doesn't get easier. Did something just, yeah, just a candle flashing. Flame flashing. But yes, that edge, what I'm saying is being on that circumference. You know, when that is the nature they gave you, that's what they gave you. That's what you came in as, Libra. You're there to understand both sides. You're there. It's, I think Libra's to me, I think it's the hardest sign to be in many ways. Because even with Scorpio being difficult, with the emotional weight and just the awareness, yes, but to actually hold that middle ground that Libra holds, and then to be, it's similar to Aquarius, right? So this air energy of being able to understand, and at the same time life makes you subject to, yeah. The Magician. Okay, excellent answer to this problem, and exactly why the Hanged Man in the Magician pose. Yep. Start moving and be open to the magic all around you. Find a magic snake charmer and success will be yours. Absolutely. What else is there except, Libra, to define for yourself your powers? The Mediator is a power. When you become aware of your true road, there will be nothing to stand in your way. Yes, when you can step into that Magician energy, it's so freeing of, yeah, there's all that responsibility, but there's like wild power. I think for Libra, because so bound to earth concerns, what are the supernatural ways? I've been in court where I have turned around. I'm always in the power seat, in the four-way meetings with lawyers, in the courtroom. Even if I'm losing, I am still the power seat. The vortex in that room around me, because everybody else is not bringing the magic that I have. And I'm the one that writes up all the the final scheduling. Well, this is 10 years ago now, but I was sued 4 times. More than 4 times. 4 times completely, and then several partial lawsuits where they failed because I just nipped them in the bud. This is my ex, right? This is all to do with my son, who's now in his 20s. But what really, through everything, always, was my psychic ability and my ability to take guidance in the moment, my ability to speak in ways that they don't speak. And for some reason, I'd always be put into situations with people that don't have those skills, right? If you're going to, and the judge, the way I would word things to the judge when he puts his questions to me to challenge me and treat me the way, I wasn't the money side. I wasn't going to win. And I was the angry one, right? But, and I was the one side of that coin. And at the same time, able to see all sides. And to be the lawyer at the same time, my kid's lawyer. Yeah, the things that you can say because you're spirit, because you're high priestess, because you're magician, okay? Bring that, incorporate that in. What am I saying? Redundant. Incorporate that, yeah? The house I picked for you, when I was choosing habitat, I matched up every house in that book that I've made, the 350-page one. I've matched everybody up to my idea of what kind of habitat your house would be, the 7th house would be. And it was really not much of a job to think up that yours would be the embassy compound. And the question would be where, what country matters, there's so much corruption and conflict of interest, right? And that's when you start to pick favorites. That's when you start to, what ignites you? Where's your heart? The Lovers. Let's just go back to that. Benefit you to remember. Not one without the other. So whoever the flip side of this is, they are not without you. They are not what this is without you. Okay. I will be back in a week or two, probably sooner than 2. And I wish you so much love, Libra, and thank you so much.